I have a haul for you. It's a big haul. There are thousands upon thousands of items in this haul. And we have seeds. So I have some cucumber seeds that have just arrived. And we are gonna get all of these in the ground this evening. If my husband responds to me anytime soon and lets me know whether he will be home for dinner, but I have the rare occasion where I am home alone and I'm so excited for all of the things that I'm going to do. I'm going to sow seeds, I'm going to read my book, and if Ali isn't coming home, I'm having fish and chips for dinner with vegetables from my kitchen garden. So the seeds that I've had, that are thousands and thousands of seeds, this is the kind of haul that you come to my channel for. We have Cucumber Diva. So next year, these are the cucumbers that I will be growing. I am only growing these this year because my cucamelons slash, I don't know what they are, all have powdery mildew at the moment, and I loved the way they looked. So I'm just gonna get these in the ground, let them grow. I'm probably not gonna get any crop, but we're gonna see if the greenhouse helps in any way, shape or form. Maybe I'll get some pickled gherkins. And I just know that Carrie is going to chop that little bit, that pickled gherkins bit, and put it in my bloomin', what's it called? Show reel thingy, preview. I've got the chard, so this one is good to be sown right up until the end of September. Amazing. So I'm going to do a few successions of chard. I think I've never grown chard before, but they're so colourful, and I saw them at Irene's house and I just went in search of my own little one, but she was like, we just grow this all the way through autumn and it just keeps feeding the family, so that's what I'm going to do. Then we have some mixed salad leaves. Again, these can be sown direct right until the end of September, so good little salad option. We've got pak choy. Cutting it a little bit fine with this one. I'm just going to throw them in and see what happens. We have the lamb's leaf lettuce, which August. These ones August, so I'm going to get loads of carrots in the ground. Radishes, so outdoors up until September. This is the kind of haul that I live for. But the other thing that arrived is the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink. Lauren had this on her lips when she took me for dinner the other night, and I was like, what is that? This is the exact colour, and she was like, it doesn't budge. So I need to find somewhere, because I'm kind of running out of what's on my lips, and I want to see what it looks like on. So let's do this, okay? Let's just do it. Let's just rip the band-aid off. Now gosh, when's the last time I bought anything from Maybelline? No idea. I've definitely been more of a Revlon girl recently, but in all honesty, it looked amazing. And she says she just applies it and that's it. So it's kind of like a stain, but it was like glossy. Let's do this. I am the ugliest person when putting on lip products. It's because I've obviously got a big mouth, and I've got to get into these corners of my lips, so I have to go. Now all I can think of is all of the things that Carrie is going to cut and put in my preview. Anyway, gorgeous colour. I'm gonna let that dry and see how it fares for the rest of the evening. Tell me you live in the countryside without telling me you live in the countryside. I'll go first. Poultry grit. This is, I'm sure it said oyster shell grit. That's what I ordered. It doesn't say it on here. Let's have a look. Honestly, I have spent thousands on these bloody chickens, and I've had about 20 eggs. Well, it looks like shells in there, so I'm gonna take that in there and give that to them. But I actually haven't been down there since this morning to check if we had any eggs. So hopefully you're not bored of this yet, because I'm not, and I just love going down there and seeing them. It's so much fun. Oh yes, we are a Birkenstock wearer. Now we are peak country living. Porty, you beat me to it. Good evening, ladies. What do we have today? Ooh. You can see one egg. I'm really looking forward to coming down here and finding like a whole coop full of eggs, but still early days. Happy Saturday, everyone. If I wasn't bored of this one on Friday, I'm certainly not going to be bored of her on a Saturday either.
Let's go for, actually it's been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday this week.
And Saturday. We are getting ready for a wine walk, as we like to call them, because we haven't actually done that many. In fact, the last one we did was my birthday, wasn't it?
It was.
Which was a good few months ago. And I had a little bit of a lay-in this morning, so we are leaving a little bit later than usual. But if you don't know about wine walks, essentially they are a bougie pub crawl that we do to local pubs, and we take really lovely bottles of wine in our backpacks, good food, crisps. We stop off at the pubs and have glasses of wine there and chips and whatever. And when I tell you that, I would probably say that this is the best way to get outdoors and enjoy the outdoors. If you're like us and you enjoy those things, it is a really, really good way to just make, it's almost like going out, but
you can finish the night at a decent time at home in your pajamas ordering a pizza.
Yeah, that's exactly what, so what we do is we sort of day drink and then we end up back at one of our houses. We usually get like a takeaway, we'll continue drinking, the boys will meet us, we take the dogs, and it's just such a wonderful way to spend a weekend outdoors. And we also do it just like in our own way. So we like to feel nice when we're doing it and drink good wine. And I just had some scrambled eggs on a bagel ready to go. And what I wanted to show you was this has just changed the game, because you'll know that we've always got like flasks that we take on our wine walks. But this one, Carrie just found in my cupboard. This is Ocean Bottle. And this is genius. So it's an insulated flask and it acts normally as a bottle. So you unscrew the lid and it acts like a bottle that way. But you screw the lid on, it's got a watertight seal around this lid here because it has a secondary lid, which means that this acts as a cup, and that, oh no, maybe that doesn't work quite so well.
Not like that.
No, but I thought if they made that hard, that is a design opportunity for them. If they make this part of that handle hard, you've got a mug. So you can have your...
basically the thermos of the 90s then, but
yeah.
I think it's better that all of it collapses so it can be dishwasher.
Yes.
Better.
But what I like about this is like a stubby wine glass as well. So that is like our wine glass. So you then take your wine, you pour it into there, and as Porter says, you can then break it all down and, as Carrie says, put it in the dishwasher. So genius. We'll link these in the description box down below. We've got backpacks, we've got cardigans, we've got supplies, we've got everything. Grumpy puppies in the garden. So we're going to start off with our first glass of wine. However, my wine consumption has changed. Carrie got me into this. But basically we have, whether it's nice wine, whether it's not, we have soda water with our wine. And this has absolutely changed how I drink, because I love sort of just that fuzzy, warmy feeling of being drunk. Obviously, drink responsibly. I don't like getting like really, really plastered. That's not how I enjoy drinking. I never have. I think it's probably to do with I don't enjoy ever feeling sick or anything like that. But this is just my favourite way, and it means that I can continue drinking nice wine, but not getting like absolutely wasted. Just don't enjoy it. And then the next day, my hangover's not as bad, and also I'm probably a lot more hydrated as well. So it was, who was it that told me about this? Alessandra Steiner, that this is called piscine in French. So it is actually, if it's recognised by the French, it's okay. And also my nonna does it, so if nonna does it, it's fine. Right, we are off on the first leg, and we have the sound of our village church bells in the background, which you can just about see there. Past the mound of poo, past the guano. And we've just met some other walkers on our route, and honestly, nothing highlights how bad my left and my right knowledge is. I don't know if it's knowledge, because I know what's left and right,
No, but Liz, they just said, which way do we go? And she goes, well, you can't go right, but you have to go left. Now, obviously, this is now reversed, but she was pointing right, and she was like, go left. I was like, no, don't go left.
No, don't go left. And it's like, even on the shoot the other day, I was like, he was like, go left, and I was like, so I went right, and he was like, other left, like proper exposed me. But no, we're on our first leg of the walk, and we're heading to the pub in my village, and
we sound like a walking bar.
Yeah.
Our rattling morning carriage.
I do have my little mini backpack on as well, but yeah, all good. Amoebas.
I'm sorry, what?
Have you heard about the blood-sucking amoebas?
I haven't, but hold fire. Camera clean. Bit of sun cream. Never hurt anyone. There we go, we can see you now.
This is my second blood-sucking amoeba that I've had in my eye today. It's not, it's just a stormfly, but it's a blood-sucking amoeba.
Also, can we appreciate how great Liz looks today? Look at this dress on her.
It's because it's your dress.
Yes, Liz is borrowing something of mine, people. This is brand new.
Really nice though. Do you know what? This is from Glamorous, isn't it?
Yeah, I got it on ASOS.
The label. I need to get one of these dresses, because this is, whenever Carrie wears this dress, I always look at her and I think she looks like she hasn't tried an ounce, but looks so beautiful. So I was like, I need to get some like sort of.
So I'm gonna wear it instead.
But I'm gonna coif my hair. No, but genuinely, I was like, oh, I need some of those in my life, especially for like these walks, because we often say that we want to feel nice when we're doing it as well, and like enjoy the process and drink nice wine and what have you.
I got you, boo.
This is us running so you can't see where we are.
There we go.
And I like never asked Carrie to borrow anything of hers, but I was like, do you know what?
This is my moment to shine.
And she was like, I remember, I worried that you might be buying it, because you always look so lovely in it, that I was like, I worried that you might be wearing it.
I have more than one dress.
Yeah, no, it's more than one dress. But
yeah, you really suit this.
Thanks.
Can we appreciate Lids in a mini, first of all, but also just like a bit of colour?
No, I like red. I'm autumn colours, aren't I? So I do need a little bit of red. And everyone, I would say that everyone had messaged me on the colour that you liked of the square neck dress.
Yep.
People were like, holy crap, this colour on you. So yeah, very nice. Sometimes, not always. Listen to your best mate. Yeah, she knows best. I'm going to say that to you as well. Sometimes, listen to your best mate. We are on our way to pub number 3. We didn't really show anything of pub number 2 because
we stopped for 2.
We actually, that's not normal for us. And considering it's our least favourite pub.
It's our least favourite pub, but we went deep in conversation.
Oh, we did.
In a good way. Like, we were debating, like, the world.
Yeah.
Not so deep in like a, oh, woe is womankind way.
No.
We like love a
self-reflective kind of don't die in the middle of the roadway.
Look, she's got me. Where are you? Oh, she's literally gripping it. I can't even find it on camera. And another one. Oh, it's a learner. Okay, I'm going to point out that our hikes don't usually involve the road.
No.
But this is actually the quickest route to pub number 3.
Yes.
And so on this occasion...
Oh, they're going round us. I was like, why are they driving actually towards us, but we're on the other side of the road?
Yeah, we also decided that we were...
Hold on, turn it round so that you can see us better.
Oh, you do it. Full snoz.
Yeah, full snoot.
No one needs that anymore.
Yeah, no, we're walking to pub number 3. And also Carrie's in a dress. This is one thing that I said. I was like, the one thing that we always do on these things is like, it's about feeling good and enjoying it and not sticking to the norms of like, we see lots of people on our travels and they're in the full like hiking gear. And I know that that's because it's practical, but I also want to feel nice. So yes, on to the next village. Ready?
Ready.
Yay. Look, it almost looks like a rhinoceros has like gone through the hedgerow, because there's definitely no tractors going through here, but we're looking at the hay bales and the change of the colours from green until golden.
You're making us sound far too sophisticated. I actually just stopped and was like, oh, let's get you a picture here.
Doing it for the gram.
Glam.
This is an allotment that I drive past, very, very often. Oh my gosh, are those the dailies that you were talking about over there? Yeah, I drive past this allotment. They've got cosmos. Yeah, oh my goodness. It's actually one of the most
beautifully kept allotments I think I've ever seen. Like, even if you see the little sheds at the back, they've got fabric in the windows. The people that tend these allotments really take so much pride, and I've always wanted to stop and have a look, but I've never got time. And so now I'm doing it. I think there's a better place to view because you can see lots more over the top there as well, but so pretty.
Such a nosy Nora.
Love it.
Checking out the community board. Like, there was a wanted poster and it was for people to help, and she was like, who's wanted?
Wanted. So it's me. And I wanted this twat.
She's back.
3 pubs?
3 down.
Yes. 3rd pub. Good pub. Better wine selection.
And so nice.
So lovely. Should have gone to the ladies' room before we left. So may involve a nature wee onto pub number 4, but we are actually road walking today as well, because we're finding that sometimes roads know best. That is
No, it's actually just the quickest route to the
yeah,
pub.
that's what I mean. Roads know best.
Yeah, they do.
Although we have just had we're having a slight spat. What was the word?
A soupçon.
A soupçon of rain, and it's quite refreshing.
It is, but like, if we look ahead, there's the soupçon of rain, and here's the posy vibes.
Yeah, exactly. On to the next pub. Right there, look at that. That is a beautiful view. Let's do this.
We're changing.
Welcome to Hanslope, where we have the tallest spear in the countryside.
Spear?
Spire. Mush.
You're quite alright there, chicken.
That. That's just the new estate. We're not interested in that. This way.
Vamos!
Vamos a la playa.
Okay, we've just done pub 4. 3, 4, 4. We've lost count.
We've lost count at this
But
point, but we are heading home.
Lids asked in Spanish how much she owed for the last bottle of wine. And he was like, what language is that? She was like, it was Spanish.
I was like, ¿cuánto es? I even gave it the British accent for it to be funny, but he didn't get it.
Yeah, he really didn't.
But we are on our way home. We're going to order pizza. There will be dos Cocker Spaniels and dos sausage.
Oh, they're going to meet Tatty.
They've met her.
Have they? Have you put her on?
Oh no, they've not been. They've not. They've not. I thought you meant sausages. So we're going to go and meet the new puppy.
Carrie's new puppy.
We're going back to the house now for dinner. The idea is that we're going to have pizzas from a local pizza place and have all of the dogs everywhere. I'm going to let the sausage dogs urinate wherever possible because Carrie's taking the carpets up soon. And
this is not a lie. She's caveat. This is not Lydia being rude. This is absolutely true.
You're caveating that. No, there's a piss everywhere. Go for the piss.
Go for the wee.
Oh wow, that's really pretty.
This guy.
Yeah. The beams of light. That's Jesus, that is.
No, we've already established that Lydia is the anti.
We've
the
already
anti-Jesus.
established. No, we've already established.
Lydia is the anti-Jesus because when we were looking for
turning water into wine, we actually realised that we turned wine into water.
Because we drank it too quick and then it was just ice that melted.
Yes. That. I'm like, is it wine into water or is it water into wine? Jesus turned water into wine. Or did he turn wine into water? What did they need more in those days? Wine or water?
Everyone always needs more wine.
Yes.
You can find water anywhere.
It is true.
Yeah, let's go on a walk. With a social media. What's it?
Sheepies.
No, you're a what's it?
Sheepies. Right, come on. Sorry, what's that big mound in the middle there?
Oh, maybe that's like a honorary token.
That is the mound.
It's like and here lies 2023's crop.
Come in. I want the world to know. Come in. P. Diddy would be so proud.
Oh, honestly, I feel like I'm there.
Yeah. I'm like literally Puff Diddy Pop. Papa Diddy Pop.
Puff Daddy Petite.
No, you're thinking of the Notorious B.I.G.
B.I.G. P.I.G.
Yeah.
Big on all the pizza.
I'm sure there's a rap song in that. I am definitely putting her singing over the background of this clip. Just call me Bear Grylls. Survival of the fittest. They're not the best blackberries.
Livid.
Absolutely good.
Are you starting on sheep? You're starting on sheep.
She just turned around and they were shouting after us like, yeah, you, come here. Where do you think you're going?
What was
He's
that?
holding it. No? I've got some good produce here, Carrie. Can you get me some string? Or is that ready to go? Can we get you something to just support them? They need some emotional support.
Look, I tried gardening. Gardening didn't enjoy me.
But look, you could have, imagine, you look through, you've got a wall of ripe tomatoes.
I've got a wall of tomatoes, semi-ripe. They're just a bit, a bit floppy.
I really like my getup.
I love the, yeah, in my Birkenstocks.
I know, and socks.
They're proper comfy though, right?
Yes, very comfy.
The sheepskin line ones. Is it making you twitchy? It looks like it's making you twitchy.
What's this? This is
Something grown
parsley.
by... No,
No?
that's from Le Manoir. I don't know what it is.
Celery leaf, sorry.
There we go. See, August, I did it. I grew it. Don't know what it is. But it happened.
With it.
And this is also an August thing.
That's dead. That is definitely dead. Mustard leaf. Okay, so what we need to do...
Not let Carrie knit any form of gardening.
No. I'm going to come round and we are going to fill this with compost. Okay?
But this wall's going. This is going.
When?
Probably in about a month.
Oh. Good morning, everyone. After a wonderful day spent with my best friend, we ended it at her house. And we had pizza and we played card games and it was lovely. I am now popping down to the kitchen garden to check on things. I have a tomato harvest for bacon sandwiches this morning, which I think will be very, very lovely. And there appears to be a lot of red tomatoes. Goodness me. Let's get to it. And there I was in one of my last vlogs saying that I'd failed at gardening, and then you come down and you have produce like this and you realise that gardening is a journey and not a destination. Look at this. I can't believe it. All of these tomatoes. I just came down to pick some tomatoes for some bacon, lettuce and tomatoes sort of sandwiches that we're doing this morning, and realised I had all of these purple French beans that I'm going to have to use. And then I think this courgette might be good for either a risotto or courgette brownies or some chutney. These ones will be good for dinner. And it's just all looking, I just can't believe it. I felt like such a failure, and like I felt really embarrassed because obviously I've been gardening now for a few years. I felt like I should have got it right this year, and I just don't think that you will always get it right, because conditions change and things do well that don't normally do well. And the most important thing is that you do it and enjoy it, and it's not about the stuff that comes out of the ground as such. It's more about the process and the learning, and even the lessons that you learn, because quite clearly I've just learned a lesson that when you think that you failed, you haven't necessarily failed at all. But what I have done is been inspired to try something different. So I obviously planted my chard, which I think is just starting to come up. Got some little seeds coming up. We've got my mixed lettuce leaves, which I need to do a little weed here quickly, but these are all my mixed lettuce leaves that are coming up. Same on this side. Over on this bed we have the radishes coming up. We also have the pak choy, so that's really, really good. We've got more crown princes coming in as well. What I did was I used this old sweet pea frame to string up my crown princes, and we've got more coming through now as well. We've got quite a few actually, so I'll give that a feed at some point too. I haven't given up on my asparagus bed just yet. I know that loads of you were like, please wait because it takes years. I have had this asparagus in the ground like this this will be moving into my 4th year. However, what I realised was I didn't plant enough asparagus crowns, so I planted some more. But what I think I'm realising is that I need to stop letting it go, like letting it grow up. I think you just need to keep cutting it back, even if they go to seed like these ones are starting to now. Just cut them back, because otherwise all of the energy is going into that particular plant. I think I'd seen somewhere, I can't remember where, that they were allowing it to go to seed, and actually that's wrong. So I'm going to give this a bit of a weed as well at some point and just spend some time in the garden. But now I'm going to go check on the ladies over at the chicken coop. Good morning, ladies. You're having a little sit down under the coop, are you? Good girls. Good girls. Oh, we are missing Jemima, which means Jemima is potentially laying in the coop. Let me check on her. We have an egg from Jemima. Oh my gosh, we've got 2 eggs. Well done, Jemima. I'll leave you to it. We've got 2 eggs. I'm just letting Jemima finish off. She's going to start announcing her eggs. Good girl, Jemima. Good girl. We have 2 eggs. Oh, that looks like it could be almost a soft shell egg. I wonder who laid this one. Wow. Gosh, that's very thin. Wow. So cool. Look at that. My goodness me. If you could see my face now, it would be a very tired, slothy face, but smiling from ear to ear. Posh egg McMuffins. Very, very nice. Oh, yeah, yes, Sporty, you tell him. Grumpy puppy. Yeah, you. I am having one of those Sundays that fills my cup completely up. We've obviously had the slow morning with Ken and Graham here. They were just basically finishing off a few little bits in the spare bedroom, ready for wallpapering, which we are now at. We are ready for wallpapering. Ken had told me that the decorator was coming, the guy who's doing it, this Tuesday, but we actually think it's going to be the following Tuesday. So it's still a little way to go. But I know it's going to be worth it, and like I said, we're waiting for all of the fabrics as well, so it's a process, but it does mean that I am able to move all of the things into the cupboard that was in there and just sort of get things back on track, I guess, because this bedroom
is like this, and this bedroom is obviously like this. So what we can actually do, because it's only 3 other bits of furniture, we can sort of move things back to a certain extent in here, and then just move everything into the middle of the room when the wallpaperer comes back. The cabinetry is finished, but I am going to be changing these handles and the hinges just for something less sort of, what's the word, chromey. And we've painted rather than wallpapering, because it's an expensive wallpaper and I just don't think it's necessary. We have just painted in this room with the little green colour, which looks really, really lovely as well. So all of the windows are done. It's so much brighter in here, and I'm definitely seeing that it's going to be super soft to not have the green, the darker green walls. But what we are going to do is do the dark green in the toilet, on the walls, and on the, well, potentially on the walls, or maybe just on the tongue and groove panelling that we'll be putting in there eventually when we get to that part. But yes, really, really cool. And actually, very kindly, I don't know if you remember, but I think it was during lockdown, but I spoke and paid for a consultation with Claire Totman, who is basically the queen of Instagram when it comes to transforming, improving curb appeal, that kind of things. But she also does stuff inside of the house. And she gave me some really great advice for in the laundry room come flower room, and I think I have actually settled on what we're going to do in here. It is going to be a bit more work, but I think it will be worth it. She's advised me on handle placement with regards to the cabinets. I think we're also going to take off the backsplash and install tongue and groove panelling on the back with 2 shelves, which means I can then have whatever fabric I choose. And I actually think I want to go for a Bertioli fabric in here, potentially the tomato vine one. I'm not too sure just yet, but I'm going to have a look. Maybe the oak leaf, I have no idea, but just a bit of fabric to sort of soften things and cover this section up as well. I think it'll be really, really lovely, but it means it'll be a bit more work, but I genuinely believe it'll be worth it, and it'll make this room feel so, so lovely. If I can, I'll pop the bits on screen that she suggested. Ignore the pile of washing, but that's where we are in our lives. Sorry for showing you these rooms so often and then actually not having anything done to them, but it's a bit of a process, and I'm enjoying like changing and deciding and kind of umming and ahhing about these things. So yes, all good. I also have had a few items arrive, and I think that you will love them too, so I think it's probably a good one. Also, I'm trying to pick up the courage to burn my candle. This was a gift from the Karen Millen team, and it is the Liberty London Wildflowers, Wild Rose, Jasmine Petals and Cedarwood candle. When I tell you that this is your summer candle, I know we fell in love with the Bamford Wisteria candle, which is so, so beautiful. Honestly, I still love it so much, but oh my goodness, if this is not your end of summer candle, I don't know what it is. And I love the packaging on this. It was just such a thoughtful gift from the Karen Millen team that we arrived to when I shot my recent campaign with them, and oh, it's just so lovely. So I'm trying to work myself up to burn it basically, but I'm like, but that's the thing, I'm trying to do more. Like I realise I really get myself into that space where I'm like, no, this is too nice to use, and I have to use the nice things. Like, and if you're like me, and I know that my my mother-in-law is just like me, like in fact she's probably even more so than me. We like put things away and only use them for best, and I really have to get myself into the mindset of not saving things for best, because every day of your life is the best opportunity for you to be using it, because you are alive. And I hate to be a cringe fest, but you are alive. So wear the beautiful earrings, wear the beautiful dress, light the lovely candles, use the good crockery, use the good tablecloths, all of that stuff. Just do it, because honestly, it's so important. It really is. Like, don't save anything for best. Having a real day of gratitude, by the way. I just uploaded a load of stories onto my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you kind of miss me in between vlogs, by the way, it would hugely, hugely help me. I would be so grateful if you went and followed me on Instagram, because I'm far more active on a daily basis there. Not every day, but like most days. And I'm so close to 1.3 million. That's my biggest platform. I say that, I've been working at this for 10 years, remember, so it's not an overnight thing. There are people that get like 10 million in 3 months, but for me this has been a slow and steady growth, and it's a bit of a milestone, and I'd love to hit it sometime soon. So if you're here and you want a little bit more of me and you maybe miss me in between the 2 videos, come on over, come and follow me there. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get these things to show you now. No, 40 is not for you. Every time anything can be heard being opened, 40's like, for me? For me? Is it for me? It's not for you. This is a gift from Anushka, and Anushka is a jewellery brand that is very much an evergreen jewellery brand, I would say. Totally evergreen approved. I feel like I need like to have a list of evergreen brands, or maybe on the blog or something like that, but Anushka is one of them, completely inspired by the natural world and so beautifully designed, made and designed in England. Anushka Ducasse is actually, it works in partnership with the Prince's Trust as well, and we're going to be hosting a breakfast in a few months, which she actually is the pioneer of, and so we're going to be taking part of that as well. And they reached out wanting to send me something, and this is my first ever piece from Anushka. And I always think that jewellery is one of those things that, obviously, you know, I'm on like a journey of being much more considered and considerate. I'm not a minimalist, but I'm much more considerate of the things that I allow into like my space, and I'm much more considerate of the things that, like, whether I need them or whether I want them. Jewellery is, for me, it's like heirlooms. Like, these can be passed down. You know, if I don't end up having children, my niece will have it, those kinds of things. And so they don't date as well if you choose really well. I'd stay away from things like fashion jewellery and go for more like fine jewellery, vintage pieces. I'd always say as well, if something comes into trend, see if you can find it pre-loved elsewhere from its previous time, because all trends come back around. Like at the moment, all of these very big like gold statement earrings, like the coins, very sort of 80s inspired jewellery is on trend. You can never go wrong, in my opinion, with jewellery, and I feel like jewellery dresses up even the most like pared back look. And these are a very special pair of earrings, which I actually looked at recently, and at the time I couldn't justify it. You know, when you're like, we've got so much going on, I couldn't really justify it, but oh my gosh. So these are the earrings that, oh my gosh, there's a light. These are the earrings with the Baroque pearl that I think it's the Duchess of Sussex has as well, and they come in gold, they come in silver, they are just spectacular. Now these are sort of like the copy version of them. These are the fine jewellery options, and if you love nature inspired jewellery but you like fine jewellery, so I find that there are a lot of nature inspired jewellery brands, but they're not solid gold. There's not loads of brands that do it like Anushka does, and it's all beautiful, best quality metals and precious materials used to make her jewellery pieces, so definitely check out her website. Then this arrived to my PO box from the Rufus granddaughter. Now you'll know I wore one of their dresses for the announcement of my book Evergreen, and they reached out and sent me images of this dress. Now I don't know if I'm going to show you this dress, because I may save it for when the book actually launches, because their pieces are stunning, and there's always the cut-offs made into beautiful scrunchies, and this, oh my gosh, I might not be able to show you this. Just seeing the fabric there, I might not be able to show you. Oh my gosh. So this is their hengrave. Oh my word. Oh my gosh, this is so stunning. It's got this beautiful like antique rose print to it in a beautiful shade of sage. The bodice is ruched like this. Oh my gosh, floor length. I'll have to try this on and show you for sure. And for me, I always say this, but print is something that I consider a lot because print can often date items, and I always take into consideration whether a print is nature inspired and or whether it's trend driven. If it's nature inspired, it gets a big tick for me in terms of my like conscious decision making. However, and this is just me sharing my brain farts with you, by the way, I'm not lecturing you and I'm not telling you you have to do it like I do. This is a beautiful journey of like you learning to do it by yourself in your own terms, what's comfortable for you. So I'm going to try this on. This would make beautiful bridesmaid dresses as well if you're like having a late summer wedding or something like that and you want something extra special. You want your bridesmaids to look beautiful and feel amazing. This would be a very, very special bridesmaid dress. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for branding of this. I also treated the boys to some new collars. These are from Fairfax and Favour, and these are like a little navy blue, very, very smart with contrast stitching collar for them. Now we have an issue with Barkley where Barkley likes to chew off Porter's collar. So the one that he's currently wearing is chewed. However, we've found our bitter apple spray. So I think we're going to try and spray Porter's collar with the bitter apple so that Barkley gets out of that habit. He's very much like all over Porter at all times. You have to like manage that somehow. So we're going to try the bitter apple spray so that they can both wear nice collars, because Barkley's collar always looks really lovely and smart because Porter doesn't chew him. Unfortunately, we have been through many a collar. Sometimes he chews it completely through, whereas this one he seems to have stopped on. So I'm going to spray this one, and this is the bitter apple spray that we have, which is from Coop and Grace, cruelty-free pet care, effective taste, chew and gnawing deterrent for all animals. So I'm going to spritz that onto this and see how we get on. Well, that's my first wild blackberry harvest of the season. I haven't got any blackberries in my kitchen garden, but these just grow wild in the woodland. So they're usually a little bit smaller because they haven't been shown the TLC, but still taste just as delicious. And I have to fight and race against the wasps in order to get them into my kitchen. I think I might try and do a cake with some of them and then freeze the rest and kind of build up a bit of a back catalogue of wild blackberries, sorry, and get them in the freezer, but I didn't manage to do it without, unfortunately, any war wounds. This particular leg got a little bit of a boo-boo, a bit of an ouchie, but oh well. Well, of course, I had to try the dress on from the Roofer's granddaughter, and my goodness me, is it spectacular. Now I tried on the 6, and the 6 is a little bit too narrow on the back, so I've actually popped on the 8. Now I reckon I might be able to go between sizes on this one, just so that it stays up, but this is super, super comfortable, and obviously you can wear the sleeves up like this, so that it stays in place a little bit more. It's got this gorgeous, gorgeous slip. I definitely should have steamed this for you, but you know what I'm like, I get excited and I just want to put it on. I'm a bit of a child like that. But the way that this moves, and oh, this is just stunning, absolutely stunning. What a special dress. And yes, it does completely match the colours of my dressing room as well. Everything does, because I'm obsessed with this colour. That's why I painted this room like that. So I should probably stop mentioning it because it's very obvious, Lydia, okay? But Ali's outside mending some of the irrigation in my beds, because it appears that when I was turning over the soil, I did so a little bit overzealously. And as we have turned on the water in my beds, we have realised that there is like little, if you just like imagine a little gnome urinating, that is what looks like my beds at the moment. It's just like, ew. So he's out having a look at those. I thought I would show you this on if you are in the market for a very, very spectacular dress that supports a small business that is just crafted to the most spectacular level, sustainably made and consciously made. All of the things that us evergreen girls love is in the Rufus granddaughter. You can find out more on their website. They have a very, very small collection, which I really love, and they use the cut-offs to make scrunchies. So I actually have a matching scrunchie, and I might ask for them to do a really big hairband for me as well, because imagine this with a hairband. They have a very, very small collection because they make their pieces very considered, very thoughtfully, with love. They want them to be beautiful. They don't want to look at volume. It's all about those really, really special pieces. And what can I say? It's got pockets as well, by the way. In case you were wondering, it's where we can keep our snacks when we're in the garden. Everyone, I am catching up with you at the end of this video because, my goodness, my video went live on Monday and I did not expect that response. I thought that the video would be interesting to some of you, and I thought that it would be one of those videos that didn't really get a lot of views. I'm gonna pin it to where my wedding is. I feel like I can let my wedding not live as the pinnacle of my career on my YouTube anymore, and I can just let that go, especially because Ali hates his hair in the wedding video as well. So just to be sensitive to him, that's why we need to do it all again so that Ali can like his hair, because I think that Ali's hair looks the best it's ever looked now. Thank you for the feedback and also the excitement and the response to the video as well, even just from people in the industry, the amount of people that kind of reached out to me. And I think that there's probably a few of us that are on the same page and thinking a lot of the same things with regards to this industry and the just the way it's going. I also sat with one of the members of my team that is kind of like head of content, and we align things with the blog and my YouTube together. That's one thing I would say as well. There is a plethora of influencers available to you nowadays. But what I would say is that a blog, I think, is one of those really, really public things that shows you why someone started doing this, because blogs don't really make huge amounts of money. Like, they are not going to make you like a successful influencer nowadays. You have a blog because you're passionate about it, and I've kept my blog going over the years. It's definitely been something that I've had to learn how to juggle with the amount of content that goes out nowadays. It's definitely been something that takes the team a lot of focus. But that is one thing that I think that you really know that someone started in this industry for the right reason if they've still got their blog going and they still dedicate time to it. So yeah, anyway, so I've been aligning with her in terms of like what sort of stuff I want to do moving forward. And I just want to make sure that you guys know I am not giving up vlogging. I just think that there doesn't need to be necessarily so much of it and so much of my life. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, scrambling around at like the 11th hour to like show you something. And I don't want it to be like that. I want to make sure that when you're watching my videos, you're getting something out of it, not just like killing time. I think that I want to add a little bit more value back into my channel, and so hopefully we're going to be able to do that moving forward. Also, another thank you for all of the kindness around my hair. I don't want to keep going on about it because there's some people that really don't want me to talk about my hair, but all I'm going to say is it feels good to be back and to watch my videos and be like, oh, there you are. So anyway, one of the things that I think I've got to knuckle down and do now is to come up with my questions that I ask myself before I purchase anything, because I hope that it was cemented enough, because I know that there will be those people that now comment, even on this video, oh well, the minimalism didn't last. I just want to make sure that we're all underlining that, and I'm not even going to engage with comments where people do that, where they police you. This is a very, very personal journey for individuals, and from the beginning, I am trying to connect the dots between my consumption being better and my ability to do what I love and enjoy my career and enjoy fashion at the same time. And that is going to be something that I learn with. And so I want to make sure that I put together a set of rules, not rules, but like guidelines that you guys can refer to as well when you're shopping, so that we can do this together, because I just think it's a really good thing. So that's what I'm going to be working on over the next few weeks. I'm also tomorrow recording my audiobook for Evergreen. It's going to be a 2-day project, and I feel like that is really, really presumptuous that we're going to be able to do that in that time, but we're going to try our best. I've got that, yeah, tomorrow, so that's really, really exciting. And yesterday I spent the day in London, and I didn't vlog it, but Ali vlogged it on his channel, so if you want to go and watch it, you can. But I wanted to tell you about what happened, something really exciting, because one of the things I have, I've never ever considered, because I genuinely thought it would be something that was too difficult for me to achieve. One of the things that I've often toyed with, so yesterday I took Ali for his Christmas present to florist, and what his Christmas present was that we were going to create together, it's kind of a Christmas present to me too, we were going to create together our very own bespoke fragrances, and it took like 3 hours, and it was beautiful. It's at the flagship florist store on Jermyn Street, which is kind of where all the gentlemen's outfitters are. Stunning store, and really, really wonderful experience. And we made our own fragrances, and I've got my one to hand somewhere that I can show you. Hold on. What happened in this appointment was the lady, and I don't want to toot my own trumpet here, and I kind of wish it was Ali relaying this information to you, but the lady got very, very excited by my fragrance. She was like, I've never created a fragrance like this before. And she's been in the industry for many, many years, and she's very, very passionate about it, and she creates fragrances at home. She was like, I kind of wish that I had created this fragrance. And she was beaming creating this with me. And I was really nervous, because I thought, oh my gosh, this is, you know, we spent a lot of money on this, and I want to get this right. What if I hate my fragrance? There's so many times when I've bought fragrances and then I wear them and I hate them. And I actually think that I've created something quite special here. Like, I genuinely think that I've created something unique and special. I'm not even going to tell you what's in it, because I'm actually scared, and this is me totally blowing my own trumpet here, but I don't care. I'm comfortable with myself now. I think I've created something really wonderful, and I don't know what to do with it, in all honesty. I mean, I'm going to wear it, but she was so excited. I spent the entire day just smelling myself, and I can tell you what I called it in the end, and I can give you a bit of a review, but it is like a modern floral fragrance. I ended up calling it, and you're probably going to think I'm an utter cringe fest for this, but I ended up calling it Flowers of the Four Seasons, because I feel like this, what I wanted to create was an autumnal, wintry floral fragrance, but because of the actual elements in this, I think I'll be able to wear this all year round. Now, the experience itself, I loved every moment of it. I just think they probably need to pair it with an afternoon tea for the sheer cost of it. We were starving, so much so that we didn't have our champagne that was supposed to come with it, because I couldn't eat it because I was hungry. I couldn't drink it because I was hungry. And I would also say that I am a little bit sad that the lady hand wrote the name. I feel like that needs to be printed. In this day and age, you could definitely print that off very, very quickly. And I just, yeah, I don't love the fact that it's just written on there. But the fragrance itself comes engraved with your initials on the bottle, and in a traditional florist bottle. Oh my gosh. It just smells amazing. And it's like, it was built on a fragrance that I really didn't think that I would go for, like the sort of main skeletons and bones of the fragrance. So anyway, that was what we did yesterday, and I just kind of wanted to give you a bit of a overview of that as well. I've just filmed a reel for Instagram, which won't be up yet, but it's in partnership with Holland Cooper, and it's the last piece of content in my previous contract with Holland Cooper, and I'm so excited. I actually can't believe I'm saying this. I am so excited to let you know that I have just signed with Holland Cooper for the next 2 years. And for me, this is the dream way to work with a brand that I love so much, to know, like, I have content plans, I'm able to really plan the stuff that I'm showing you in the most sort of holistic way possible and in line with the way that I do things, because I want to be able to show the versatility of the items that I'm working on and feed them into my content in the way that I naturally would. So this is super exciting for me. So I hope you go and show that reel some love. I'm going to be making dinner this evening as well. And then we are popping over to Ali's nan and Gramps because Ali's nan just had surgery. And so we're going to take her around some flowers and just spend the afternoon with them as well before I head down to London tomorrow. If you did have any particular videos around timeless fashion, obviously I definitely want to do the like checklist and my sort of guidelines for shopping, but I also want to make sure that I'm making really informative fashion content moving forward that you know is really sort of interesting and helpful. So I'm gonna start obviously weaving in little bits and pieces, but yeah, just so excited. Oh, the other thing, sorry, I'm having a bit of a catch up at the end. I didn't vlog it obviously, so because it was on Ali's channel. I went and had a fitting with Claire Mishavani. She is a bespoke designer and she's actually not based in London, which I kind of loved, but I had my first fitting with her for something that we are creating, and if ever there is something that is slow fashion, it is what I'm doing with Claire. So I'm actually creating a winter coat with her, but this is going to be such a special piece. I've gone really, what's the word? Brave, that's the word. I've been really brave with this piece. It's incredibly classic, but very brave. I've gone for what is essentially a beautiful full skirted military coat, but I've gone for a 100% wool boucle in ivory with gold buttons. Now this is a shape that they actually do as a regular piece, but I've just added some more fullness into the skirt, and you can see more of it on my Instagram. I'm going to put up stories and they'll be in my highlights so you can follow along there. But I had my first fitting and I think this is going to be so special, and just the epitome of craftsmanship, slower fashion, beautiful materials, natural materials, and also supporting these more independent brands in this way as well. So very exciting. Anyway, I need to crack on and I need to start dinner because dinner is Ali's going to be back from golf because he's playing golf today, and I need to make dinner so that we can clean out the chicken coop and go and see Nan and Gramps. I am knee deep in risotto making, and if you think that I'm a one-trick pony when it comes to dinners, it is definitely true. Risotto is my favourite thing to make because it just tastes so good, and especially with like things from the kitchen garden, oh my gosh, you can have so many different types: asparagus risotto, courgette risotto, tomato risotto, and tonight we're having tomato risotto because I actually have another. I'm going to go and pick some tomatoes and take them to Ali's Gramps because he always gives me some of his, and it's going to be an honour for me to give him a punnet of my tomatoes. We're going to take some flowers from the garden for Nan as well, and Ali should be back any minute. So I have laid the table. I've got some bread on the table, also some tomatoes from my garden. I realised that I've actually never eaten one raw, and one of the things I say is that I will only eat vegetable that's from my kitchen garden. The ladies that look after our house have just left, and they've said that they were very good because they walked past the kitchen garden and they helped themselves to tomatoes. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to add some to the top of the risotto and then try it. You heard it here first. Ali's dinner is in the Thermomix, keeping warm. Sadly, he is in traffic because it is rush hour. And mine is on the table with basil, and I think it is about time that we try one of the tomatoes. I think I might try it with some of the risotto first, but oh, I'm so hungry and just can't wait to dig in. Oh my gosh, you are about to go over. Oh dear, okay. Let's do it. Go for a little one. See if I like it. I thing is, I've liked it every which way I've tried it, but maybe I just don't like raw tomatoes. I've had them cooked and that was really nice. I really liked that, but let's... Okay, I'm going to try it on its own now. That wasn't so bad. Oh my gosh. See, if all tomatoes tasted like that, I think it would be absolutely fine. Like, the flavour in that is unreal. I think that the tomatoes that I usually have are like watery and just, they have like this taste to it. This tastes wonderful. Like, honestly, so good. Am I gonna eat another one? Let's try again. Oh my gosh, I feel like we've just turned a corner. I mean, obviously I don't know what I'm gonna do when I don't have my own tomatoes, like in the winter and things like that, but we've just turned a corner. Anyone who's watched my channel for years, this is momentous. It's weird because I'm like preparing myself not to like it, and then I like it and I'm like, wow, amazing. Oh, that's made me so happy. Leave some for Ali though. Delicious. Whilst I wait for Ali, he's gonna come back and eat his dinner. I'm going to go and pick some tomatoes for Gramps and pick some flowers for Nan. For gifting, when I'm taking some veg, whether it's like tomatoes or beans or something like that, I use these little cardboard punnets that I get from Amazon, and it just makes me feel like I'm not being wasteful because they're fully recycled and recyclable, but they still look lovely and rustic as well. So I actually buy them in bulk and I keep them in the cupboard just for when I need them. And then I have a bud vase which is left over. It's not one of my Amazon ones because I wanted it to be a bit bigger, so she had more of a little posy. So I'm going to fill those up. I also need to change my dress because for some miraculous reason I've managed to get lipstick on my Arvel dress and I don't know how that happened. I'm livid. I was like, I'm gonna put on my Arvel dress and I'm gonna look like summery but not too dressy. Ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. Absolutely perfect. Ow. Hello, me. You're rubbing yourself on the camera. Well, this is going to be a very, very lovely little vignette for potentially a little bit of flower arranging. We've got tomatoes, which look lovely. I'm going to pop some water in here and pick some flowers. That was Mr. Millen Gordon getting home, so I'm going to finish off my bouquet. It's definitely not my best work, but I've made use of what I've got. We've got some oxeye daisies, some anemones, oak leaves, some wildflowers in there, and I know that Nan will love it, so all good to go. Hello, Gramps. You okay?
Nice to see you.
And you?
Yeah.
I've got you some tomatoes.
Have you really?
Yeah, from my garden.
You are a good girl. Yeah, she's in there.
Hello. How are you doing?
You all right?
These are some little wildflowers from our garden. I'll pop them on the table for you. Ali's got something for you as well.
Thank you.
Here she is.
Yeah, do you want a plate?
How you doing? You okay?
Wait, watch out for them.
Yeah.
Where are they? These, oh, the biscuits are here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gramps.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. We are just back from Ali's Nan and Gramps, and Ali was cracking all of the jokes, which was just keeping Gramps laughing so much, which was lovely. We had some biscuits and cups of tea. And Gramps was very, very happy to have some tomatoes because I would have taken him so much more. I didn't even know that he wasn't growing this year. If you know, over the years, Gramps has always given me like some of his tomatoes, some of his plums, that kind of thing. And so I only took him a few tomatoes because I thought he'd have so much, but he's actually not been growing this year. I think it's a little bit too much this year. So I wish I'd taken him like some courgettes and things like that, but anyway. I am going to leave this vlog here because I need to go to bed and get up in the morning for audiobook day. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I'm going to take you with me yet. Maybe I should. Maybe I should document this process, who knows. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.